Yeah. What's he dragging?
Oh.
It looks like he has clearance.
Powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one. Only one.
Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into another episode. On this adventure, we drive through the Mojave Road, a 130-mile trail, in 2 days. It's been 3.5 years since I released a video about this trail, and since I've ran this complete 130-mile trek. So let's go down memory lane and see if this trail has changed. Spoiler alert, it's gotten harder. The goal of this video is not to try to entice you to do this trail. I'll tell you right now, it's not going to be for everybody. You'll be putting on a lot of miles off-road, so make sure to top off at the Chevron gas station 6 miles north of the Mojave Road entrance off of Highway 95. Alright, here is the crew. Alright, everyone's airing down now before we hit the trail. Okay. Trails Off-Road rates this a moderate difficulty and says that it takes about 3 days to complete this trip. We're doing this in 2 days, so we are going to streamline this experience. The Fort Paiute point of interest is not interesting. It's not worth your time. There's so many other things to see. Do yourself a favor and skip it. I recommend that you don't camp at Balancing Rock Campground. The Mojave Road off of Highway 395 is large gravel and not very comfortable. My recommendation is set up camp right before, make that the meet spot, and then continue on. Just to note, convoys larger than 7 vehicles require a permit, and the speed limit for these dirt roads and back roads is 35 miles per hour. You'll be a guest out here, so make sure you respect the Mojave National Preserve. When you come across this sign, you know you're about to start this trail. All right, here we go. A couple miles in and you start climbing up the Lanfair Valley. On my 2 previous trips, this was the hardest part of the trail. But of course, the 2-inch lifted Tacoma on 33s is going to make it look easy. Here he's going over a cross cut that would give a crossover a lot of trouble. The Honda has aggressive gearing, increased flex from longer springs, longer struts, a modification done by K20 Nord Pro. Here's a look back over 4 years ago when I first did the Mojave Road with my friend Mohammed. He has a Subaru Baja. I can't remember if it was lifted or not. At the very most, I think he had larger tires, which gave this 9 inches of ground clearance. And you could see here that that wasn't quite cutting it. Back then, my Passport only had a 2-inch lift with 32-inch tires, and it was rocking about 11 inches of ground clearance. Now, my Honda has 13 inches of ground clearance. Any 4-wheel drive should make pretty easy work of the Mojave Road. Just know what you're doing. Jimmy in his Ford Bronco Badlands with 35-inch tires is gonna have a pretty easy time. After getting through that part, it was supposed to be smooth sailing, but the years have not been kind to this trail. It is now more difficult. To some of you, you'll look at this trail and you'll say, what's the big deal? And I know it is a level 3 moderate, so to experienced people, this will be easy. The biggest challenges here will be the ruts and how they cross up axles. Just watch this 3rd generation Toyota Tacoma take on the trail. See how his vehicle reacts. A trail like the Kinston Peak in Colorado is one level rating higher than Mojave Road. The biggest challenge with the Mojave Road are going to be the ruts and getting the axles crushed up. Forgot about how technical this part is. So I've been on this trail, you know. This looks like a pretty good dip right here. So I can pretty much just take 4 lines and not have to deal with getting crossed up.
Very impressed with your Honda, John.
I'm kind of wondering how I did this back in the day. It's like, I don't know if this, I can't remember. It's been so long, I don't remember, but because now my Honda has so much more flex, right? So how the heck did I get through this without all this flex?
Do it stock?
Stock with like a 2-inch lift? Yeah, I don't remember this being hard when I did it. I don't know, maybe the smaller tires gave me better gearing, and I was able to just kind of coast up it. After that climb up the Lanfair Valley, you are greeted to a long, smooth Joshua Tree forest run all the way over to the Penny Tree. This is where you could put a little more throttle input in, but just remember the speed limit is 35 miles an hour on a back road or dirt road in the Mojave National Preserve. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the drive. Alright, sorry guys, just good memories for me. It's nostalgic. This doesn't look like a challenge, but yeah, it's a good rut. Had a wheel in the air, but yeah, nothing to it. Jimmy, are you spinning tires? Jeez, lots of devastation. So burnt Joshua trees look like. One side's burnt, one side's not.
Looks like the tree acted as a fire break.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Oh, hey, got a bullet casing in here. What do we got? If you put a penny in there and you make a wish, it may come true. Keyword is may. Everyone say the Mojave Road. Mojave Road. All right, let's get going. There's a lot of history on this trail, and you'll find these tribute plaques all along the road. At this point in our trip, we're making pretty good time. We started at 9 a.m. and it's now just before noon. So to recap, we got through the rocky Lanfair Valley. We made our way over through Joshua Tree Forest over to the Penny Tree. We skipped on the abandoned settler's house because we were pressed for time, and then we are now at the Watson Wash, and right afterwards we'll be checking out the Rock House. The Watson's Wash is Mojave Road's most technical feature. Yeah. What is this? Get my phone? Get the airdrop. Yeah. Good stuff.
I was looking at it, it's like only a small winter one hasn't really taken.
Keep dragging.
Got a float on it all the way down.
Yeah, start right and tug back.
looks like it's clearance.
I just thought-
Oh, you know,
There's a drop off on the driver's side.
Yeah, but
That's why I didn't want to go over.
he has a solid front axle.
Where's the Euro and that's right.
So he's just flexing through this entire thing right now.
You know, that's right.
I think he has a front sway bar. This guy, dude, he didn't even get a tire in the air. Dang.
But it's got like 12 inches of ground.
We'll say the front solid axle. Sway bar disconnect. Yeah, that's key right there.
Front solid axle. Okay. Always touching the ground.
Yeah, too easy.
All right, let's go back up.
Yeah, that would be more fun.
I don't think so.
Because he's doing it one hand.
Yeah, who's spotting David?
Someone kind of fast too. Oh shoot! Oh no!
This next one.
Oh, sliding.
Right down.
He knows what he's doing.
But yeah.
That's scary though. That's scary.
Oh, smart, man. He sees me eating. He's looking around the ground for people.
They probably got all the ones we dropped. It's like a really thick nylon.
And you know, I put everything.
All right.
I need to get one. Mine's
For me, girl.
I have a decent one. No. That's a cool shot.
The independent suspension all around.
Yeah, they do.
Oh no, he has a solid rear.
Oh, yeah. Just front independent.
Because the Land Rover is independent all around. It's the same chassis.
Want to go up?
Not really. Do you?
I have 35.
Oh, the door's open. Last time I was here, you weren't allowed to go in. But apparently.
Yeah, mode up there too.
Oh.
Isn't that the artist? Carl Faber?
Yeah, he's an artist. Yep. Oh, all this rat poop. I don't know if there's a bathroom. The bathroom's down there. If you have some free time, I highly recommend you hang south and make your way over to the hole in the wall area. There's a really cool hike that has these rings that you could climb on. Other than that, when you continue your way west, you're going to come across a crazy amount of whoop-de-doos. I just want to say that these whoops are absolutely brutal. There's more of them. So, forgot how many there are, and it rocked a lot of us to sleep. Many of us are feeling sleepy. I made some coffee. People are drinking their Red Bulls. All right, more of this. We just passed by the Mojave campground. That's a great place to camp out. If you have the time, I highly recommend it. You could even climb up the stack of rocks. But continuing on, as you get closer to the Mojave Mailbox, you're going to come across bigger whoop-de-doos, which now aren't so bad. It's actually kind of fun. You can see that some kind of vehicle is dragging its tow hitch. The mailbox is a cache. So the rule is if you take something, you have to give back. So I have my 5-hour energy drink, and I took a bag of cookies.
Mojave Mailbox. All right.
For most people, the next stop is going to be the Lave Tube. But there is a little secret mine that a lot of people miss called the Aiken mine. It's a bit harder to get to, but really freaking cool. Alright, so just be a little careful here. Don't get too close to the vehicle in front of you because rocks could get kicked up.
I put my front rocker on.
The Powerwagon is making easy work of this obstacle with solid front and rear axles. It's just articulating easily through. In my Honda, I choose to straddle the rut, the path of least resistance. My friend Javier brought his Subaru Forester with a rear locker, a front LSD, and get this, a dual range transmission. Yep, that means he has low range. His gearing is a little bit more aggressive than my Honda. Although he does not have a torque converter, it still comes in real handy. It is nice being able to slowly drive up an obstacle and not having to use as much momentum. From the late 1940s into the 1990s, there were 2 cinder mines that were operated in this area at the Aiken mine. The cinders were used primarily as building material. They were also used for road construction, landscaping, and decoration. In 1990, the Aiken mine was abandoned, with most of the equipment being left behind. The road is only accessible to high-clearance four-wheel drive. Well, all-wheel drive as well. As you can see, this is a pretty neat area. At this point, it's around 3:30 p.m. and we have 1.5 hours of sunlight left. I could have sworn that I saw some kind of cave at the top of this mound, and I wanted to go hike up to see what I could find.
Actually, one of my friends.
So we found camp, and we're gonna hike up to this plateau, see what's up there. Cars should be down here. There they are. And we're just could have sworn I saw some kind of hole up here. The sunset looks spectacular. I took this opportunity to capture a beautiful scene, a beautiful moment. There's David, the beast hiker. David's killing it. I was really glad I was out on my feet, hiking around. Because I didn't really want to just drive 300 miles to off-road 120 and do nothing else. What the heck? I was hoping for a shortcut down, but that looked kind of dangerous, so just went back the way we came. I didn't catch any camp footage, so we're just going to continue our way down. This is now day 2. Came across some fellow adventurers. They seem to be on the same or similar itinerary as us, so they must have a seasoned veteran of the Mojave Road. So from camp, we're going to take Aiken Mine Road and continue all the way over to Lave Tube Road, and then make our way back towards the Mojave Road. This is a fun detour. There's a fun climb where that you could kind of challenge your vehicle on. Definitely all right, that has definitely become more and more worse. That's for sure. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is that there's many paved roads that will intersect the Mojave Road. So as bad as 120 miles off-road sounds, every 30 to 40 miles you could exit or enter from a paved road. That's a good father-daughter moment right there.
Buddy, I was not laughing. I was not laughing.
I could put the camera down, but then no one would know you did that.
Watch your heads, guys.
I feel like this has become so much more shorter.
Maybe the ground filled up with dirt.
I think so, yeah.
I think this is. Oh, geez. Where's the right room?
It's not too bright.
Well, good work. You have no idea how much strength it takes to hold this camera. And now it's time to move on. We have 2/3 of this trail completed. The last part is pretty fast moving. You're going to be going through some soft sand. One thing to be really careful of is it's kind of deceiving. You have to be careful of hidden rocks in the sand. This is the section where I've had a lot of people getting flat tires. You should always be mindful. They exist in many spots in the Mojave Road, but this place especially. Oh yeah, one really important thing, let's just backtrack a little bit. There's a sign in the middle of this section that will tell you if Soda Lake is open or not. Soda Lake is a dry lake bed, and when it rains, it becomes impassable. Don't even try it. This is supposed to be the trail in here. Anyways, it's really... visibility. Facing to the left, and then I'll be taking the picture from the left-hand side. There you go. Yeah, perfect. So line up on the close side. This is the Traveler's Monument. There's two rules. One, you're supposed to bring a rock and drop it off here. Some people have been getting creative. Some are artistic and some are of the advertisement variety. And it looks like someone just broke down here. The second rule is there is a plaque on the top of this mound, and you're not supposed to show what it is. Just take in the words of wisdom and let it be. All right, everyone. So how's the experience?
That's been nice. It's been fun to pick up the speed a little bit throughout this whole trail.
Amazing. Just never been here before. Thanks for taking us. It's been great. Thank you.
I humbly appreciate someone else coming up with these ideas so I don't have to, and this was a marvelous idea. And travel across something so historic is just pretty cool.
All right, we're now leaving Soda Lake. This is where the trail gets kind of hard to follow, and you have to pay attention to the cairns. Woo! Oh my god. Oh fuck, yeah, that was really bumpy there. Damn.
I'm having trouble with it.
Dude, that was super bumpy. Holy shit. Like, suspension, like full droop and then just slam down. That was super violent.
I was spinning through that, so everyone gets some momentum to get through it.
Yeah, I was using momentum, and then I basically, it felt like I almost jumped my car, even though I know that didn't happen. That's what it felt like. Hey guys, I'm gonna pull over real quick. I just want to check something. I'm getting like this wallowing sound. It seems to be getting worse. It might just be a loose skid plate. Let me just go check it out though. All right, so coming up right here is a spot where a lot of people take the wrong road. It's happened to me so many times. It's easy to get lost here, so I highly recommend that you have a GPS app like Gaia GPS or Onyx Off-Road. At the bare minimum, download a Google map of this area. Alright, so here's our cairn, right here. On the Mojave Road, you'll see either a wood post or a stack of rocks. Those are called cairns. These will help guide you along this trail. They're also used on hiking trails, and that's why you should never just randomly stack rocks. You could potentially get somebody lost. Anyways, this is one of my favorite parts of the Mojave Road. This is soft sand, it's loose. You could drift on this part of the trail. It's very comfortable. It's a great experience.
Here's our picture. 3, 2, 1, yeah. All right.
Continuing on, and we enter the Afton Canyon. This is the most beautiful part of the Mojave Road. There's beautiful rock formations, lots of color. You have your red rock, white rock, and make your way down a little further, and there's this spooky canyon hike. It's a slot canyon that goes into a dark cave. Look above, and you'll see a crack of light disappear before your eyes.
Remember that movie where the guy had to cut his arm off and he got stuck in a canyon like this?
Okay.
Your daughter's up for it?
Yes, you did.
Good job, guys.
Hold on, let me get up there too. That's why you guys are gonna go down.
Going up is easy.
Catch me. Oh, it's the one level,
And then another rope takes you to the next level.
Yeah.
All right, aim the phone upwards. Yeah, look at that.
Booyah.
Good shot. Good shot. It's now the home stretch. Not only for you watching this video, but for me editing this video. I thought I would just sit down, spend like a couple hours, and I'd be done with this video. But the fact of the matter is, it's been 3 weeks. But I guess the reason why it's taking so long is there's so many points of interest and things to explain. In most of my videos, I do this one trail that's anywhere between 2 to 6 miles long. I just go over the challenging obstacles, show off some scenery, and that's it. But here I'm having to explain all the different points of interest. So if you're still watching, for some reason I don't expect this video to be that popular. I've made many other videos about the Mojave Road that I guess were pretty well received, but that was a long time ago. Well, like 3.5 years ago. But if you are watching, please show me some love. I hardly ever ask this of you, but please hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already subscribed. And share with friends. I think this would be a good trip for people that have just gone beyond that beginner stage and you want to kind of test out how long you could self-sustain out here. I recommend 3, maybe even 4 days and checking out other points of interest. This trip was done in 2 days and we skip a lot of things. We see a lot of things, but we also skip a lot of things. In late November and at the end of the year, the water will typically stop flowing. So if you run this during the springtime, this road will be full of water and you're going to be splashing around. It's an amazing experience. Go check out my older videos to see that in action. Another thing that Mojave Road is famous for are the river crossings. Previously, we had 2 of them. That water crossing is completely dry now. I think it's because it's the end of the year and we haven't had rainfall in quite some time. In late spring, I wouldn't be surprised if this fills up again. Once a legendary water crossing was filled in by rocks. But typically there's still some water here. Not at this time of the year. It's completely dry now. This used to be the final boss to the Mojave Road. I'm just honored to have experienced this water crossing in its full glory back in the year 2020. So that concludes the Mojave Road. Geez, this is taking me forever to edit. I'm so glad I'm finally done. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you find this video useful. I spent a long time editing this because there's a lot to explain, a lot to show you, so you don't miss out on the good stuff. Well, I started recording kind of late, but we went roughly about 120 miles and then averaged 11.2 mpg on this odometer, but my tires are 10% larger, so probably around like 12 mpg.